think it's dead now. How do I gut this?
No, you don't gut them.
Good.
No.
Back on shore, I went off to dispose of the evidence of my dogfish assault and to make sure that my fish didn't die in vain.
Hiya, I've got some fish for you to buy.
Meat pile for you?
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look then. Right, okay. This dogfish. I'm looking for dogfish. That kind of size?
Yeah. What?
That's the kind
Is
of
that
size.
dogfish?
That is a dogfish, yeah.
Now, look at that one, it's a monster.
It's too small, people won't buy it. They'll say to me, that ain't worth catching that one, they just chuck it back.
Alright, what about the whiting?
No, it's too small for me, I couldn't sell that.
There's some bigger ones, Just have a... look at that, a couple of them are huge.
I think, mate, it's your glasses magnifying it, because...
It's nearly big enough.
Because in my eyes, that's small. Take it home, put it in your freezer and have it yourself.
Right, well, thanks anyway. I'll see you. See you.
Graham was right. It had been a waste of work. No one wanted to buy my fish. They were too small. Of course, now that they were dead, they were never going to grow any bigger. The thing that struck me was, no matter how disgusting all this waste was, it was hard to get people to care about fish. After all, I just clubbed a small dogfish to death, and you wouldn't catch me doing that to, say, a small piglet or any of the other animals I eat. In order to try and get us to care more about fish, a load of celebrities had stripped off to show how much they loved them. But as soon as Greta Scatch's pubic hair got spotted, their message got a bit lost. What the naked fish lovers had been trying to get us to do was to only eat fish that was ethically sourced. And to help us find the most ethical fish, the Marine Conservation Society had produced a handy guide.
So I'm just going to see which of the popular species we can eat whenever we want. Haddock, no. Hake, no. Halibut, no. Mackerel, no. Plaice, no. Skate, no.
All the fish I loved could only be eaten if they came from certain sustainable stocks. Or I'd have to start eating other more ethical fish instead, like the hoki, the mulloway, the tilapia, the sablefish and the toothfish. Not that I could recommend any of them, because I had absolutely no idea what they were. It seemed clear that if I was going to track down disgusting fish, it wasn't going to be about disgusting ingredients or disgusting taste. I was going to have to enter a whole new arena, the arena of ethically disgusting food.
I'm on my way to Brussels to go to the largest seafood trade show in the world, and I'm basically on the lookout for the most disgusting, most ethically reprehensible, morally bankrupt fish I can possibly find. This is it then, European Seafood Exposition.
At the expo, there were more than 22,000 delegates from over 145 countries, any one of whom might know what was the world's most ethically disgusting fish. There was also a man with some leaflets who everyone seemed very keen to ignore.
What's this? What's this about?
It's about illegal fishing.
Illegal fishing?
Yeah.
Is that a big problem?
Yeah.
Who's doing it?
I invite you to go to the website of Greenpeace. And
Greenpeace?
Yeah, it's about Greenpeace.
Aha! Yeah. And are you getting a good response from delegates?
Not very good, no.
Now, maybe it had nothing to do with me making a new friend in a yellow jacket, but one minute I was inside, admiring the architecture.
It looks like some sort of fascist government ministry or something. It doesn't really say fish.
No to film here. Okay?
And the next minute I wasn't. Suddenly, me and the team were confined to the press tank.
Security is very tight. They're quite touchy about everything that goes on. The room that we're sitting in is probably the least fishy room that I've been in. I can say with some degree of confidence there are no fish in the press room, not one. The other side of the press room, loads of it. As far as the eye can see, there are stands selling fish from all the nations of the world, all the seas of the world. And there's a real buzz, there's a real hubbub of activity. It's just... What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Do you want to get us thrown out? You idiot.
Finally, our people got onto their people, some faxes were exchanged, and after about 3 hours, we were good to go.
Great, thank you. Hey, we're on, we can film at the show.
Once I got out of the press room, I found some fish.
Which one's Marlin?
Some of which were tasty, and some of which I'd never seen before.
Oh, look at that one. That one's been sick. Look. Excuse me, what's this? What's coming out of its mouth?
It's the leg.
Oh, the tongue. Is it really? Oh.
No, it was its swim bladder. But then I found a top bod from the Worldwide Fund for Nature, who explained the fish's problem on a level I could understand.
Well, you know, you can put it pretty simply. It's just there are too many boats chasing too few fish.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
If you've got too many boats chasing too few fish, what happens is that...
You do the maths.
Well, you do the maths. And what happens is you start catching smaller ones, you start catching juveniles, then the fish stock doesn't have a chance to replenish itself, and then you go then into almost like into a spiral. You start going downwards.
I went back on the search for the most ethically disgusting fish and the fishermen who fished it. I spoke to almost every delegate, to a mermaid, and even to a seafood magazine editor.
Who are the biggest villains?
I wouldn't like to comment on that.
Come on, dig the dirt. Let's hear it. Who's extracting the fish?
No, I really wouldn't like to comment. It's the other fish, so.
The fish folk were unwilling to turn on their own kind, but the fish folk had attracted the anti-fishing folk to town.
I've just got a text message from my contact. It says, Nina will be by the lake in Leopold Park at 8 p.m.
Nina is banned from the expo, quite possibly because last year she helped bring the expo to a complete halt with her protesting.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, are you Nina?
That's me.
Hello, I'm Alex. Hi.
Hi,
Nice to meet you. Hi there.
All fish might be heading towards extinction, but Nina knew the identity of the fish that's likely to be the first to completely disappear. There, on a massive banner hanging from last year's expo, was Nina's nomination for the most ethically disgusting fish in the world. The bluefin tuna.
How long have we got bluefin for?
Just a couple of more years. I don't want to get into numbers here because I'm sure I'm going to be attacked by industry about this.
But really critically low numbers of bluefin tuna.
Critically low numbers, definitely. And it's very clear if the fishery is not being closed down, this fish might just not survive. And actually there are already studies now which are saying that no matter if you close down the fishery now or not, it's just not going to survive anyway.
So it's too late?
That's what there are studies out there that say that, yes.
The bluefin might just look like a really big fish, but what's amazing about the bluefin is that it tastes so good that a single one can sell for over £50,000. Unfortunately for the bluefin, that means quite a few people are out to catch them, because oddly, the fact that something is endangered doesn't mean you have to actually stop eating it. I'd been pointed in the direction of the most disgusting fish around, so I went back to the expo.
Hey, we're in.
I thought the people who were helping fish a species into extinction might be hiding away, but no. There, under a massive plastic bluefin, was Ricardo Fuentes, Europe's biggest bluefin company, with an annual turnover approaching £200 million. I had a word with their man, Aurelio.
Is it getting harder to catch bluefin? Have you noticed it? The harvest is less from the sea?
Yeah.
It's reducing?
Reducing, yeah.
And so, if the bluefin tuna dies out completely, what business will you go into?
For example, Ricardo Fuentes group is now working in sea bass, sea bream, frozen products, so many other lines of production. If we can't work in this kind of business, no problem. We must look for a new business.
Ricardo Fuentes had made provision for business post-bluefin extinction. But I wondered if that was going to be good news for the future prospects of the sea bass, the sea bream and the prawn. Now I knew the identity of our most ethically disgusting fish, I went to get my hands on it. But finding bluefin tuna wasn't that simple.
Skin steak, skinless and... oh, yellowfin. Yep.
All the tuna I could find was yellowfin or skipjack or albacore.
Albacore, what the hell's that?
For once, our disgusting food isn't kept on the cheap